Hey, this is Kim Reads Urantia, and it's nice to be with you. And we're going to read from the Urantia book, but first I have 365 Days of Walking the Red Road with Terry Jean. Today is March 2nd. We are honoring Chief Seattle, Duwamish Suquamish. He lived from 1785 to 1866. When the earth is sick, the animals will begin to disappear. When that happens, the warriors of the rainbow will come to save them. Save the animals. Thank you, Chief Seattle. Annie Dodge Wanika, a Navajo woman, received the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award in 1963 from President John F. Kennedy. The medal, granted to those who make outstanding contributions to peace, is the country's highest peacetime honor. Annie Dodge Wanika. She was a public health activist. She lived from 1910 to 1997, and she was influential in helping medical knowledge come to the Navajo people. She's in the National Women's Hall of Fame. She worked to improve the health and welfare of Navajo tribe and reduce the incidence of tuberculosis nationwide. I'm going to put a link in the comments. What I do. There you go. So, there you have it. Thank you, Chief Seattle. Thank you, Annie Dodge Wanika. Okay, we're going to look at next the Tao Te Ching, translation by Ralph Allen Dale. Today we have Chapter 30, Defense and Aggression. These leaves. Okay, defense and aggression. Those on the path of the great integrity never use military force to conquer others. Never use military force to conquer others. What part of never do we not understand? Every aggressive act harvests its own counterterrorism. Wherever the military marches, the killing fields lay waste to the land, yielding years of famine and misery. When attacked, those on the path of the great integrity defend themselves benevolently, never revenging. Achieve success without arrogance, without seeking glory, and without violating others. Aggression leeches our strength and humanity, subverting the great integrity and inviting disaster. Hear that, folks? Be ye not aggressive. Achieve success without arrogance. Okay. Today is also the new moon. It's the first day of Lent, which means it's time to do an I Ching reading. Okay, we're going to ask just what do our listeners need to know about? It's new moon, so what are we building? What are we building this month? What is it good to build in to the framework of our existence here during this new March moon? So here I'm going to throw the coins. I have cast hexagram 37. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to write it down. Okay. I need my black pen. This is 37 is family duties. This is the image of sun over the wind. Right? Sun or wind is the upper trigram. Sun over fire or wind. Oh. Wind over fire. Okay. So looks like like two yang lines and one on the bottom. And then fire. Right. Okay, so here I see down here on the bottom, this upper part here is the wind over the fire, the unbroken line, the broken line, and then the unbroken line, that's fire. And up on top here we have the wind. Okay, so and that is going to transform to this is number 37. Okay. And the fire remains on the bottom in the transformed hexagram. Okay. So it's going to transform. See, here's the red line here will transform into a solid line. So then we will have sky, right, over fire. Okay, so the, number 37 is family duties. And that will transform into 13, which is social mechanism. Okay, so this month, okay, we have to be careful to perform our family duties. Warming air currents rise and spread from the hearth fire. The superior person weighs his words carefully and is consistent in his behavior. Be as faithful as a good wife. One in this situation must be keenly aware of his influence or her influence on others. Maintain a healthy respect for the ripple effect of your words and deeds. To some, you serve as a role model. You can either help shape their world or tilt them into chaos. Show temperance and consideration to all. Wow, so it's time for us to be aware that our actions have huge impact on other people. So to be very careful of that. Okay, so this is within our family relationships. We have to just be very careful. Okay, the original text is by Richard Wilhelm. Wind comes forth from fire, the image of the family. Thus, the superior man has substance in his words and duration in his way of life. This hexagram represents the laws obtaining within the family. The strong line at the top represents the father, the lowest, the son. The strong line in the fifth place represents the husband, the yielding second, the wife. On the other hand, the two strong lines in the fifth and third place represent two brothers. And the two weak lines correlated with them in the fourth and second place stand for their respective wives. Thus, all the connections and relationships within the family find their appropriate expression. Each individual line has the character according with its place. The fact that a strong line occupies the sixth place, where a weak line must be expected, indicates very clearly the strong leadership that must come from the head of the family. The line is to be considered here not in its quality as the sixth, but in its quality as the top line. Okay, so what they're saying here is that the strong line occupies the top place is that the leader of the family has to be very strong. There, yep, at the top, because the broken line should be where the even numbered lines are. Okay, so the broken line in the second place is good. So all these lines, that's the only one that's not lucky, but here you have to be strong, where you strong as the head of the family. The line is to be considered here not in its quality. Okay, the family shows the laws operative within the household that, transferred to outside life, keep the state and the world in order. The influence that goes out from within the family is represented by the symbol of the wind created by fire. The judgment, the family, the perseverance of the woman furthers. The foundation of the family is the relationship between husband and wife. The tie that hold the family together lies in the loyalty and perseverance of the wife. Her place is within the second line, while that of the husband is without. The fifth line. It is in accord with the great laws of nature that husband and wife take their proper places. Within the family, a strong authority is needed. This is represented by the parents. Two upper lines are very strong. If the father is really a father and the son a son, if the elder brother fulfills his position and the younger fulfills his, if the husband is really a husband and the wife a wife, then the family is in order. When the family is in order, all the social relationships of mankind will be in order. 3 of the 5 social relationships are to be found within the family, that between father and son, which is the relation of love, that between the husband and wife, which is the relation of chaste conduct, that between the elder and younger brother, which is the relation of correctness. The loving reverence of the son is then carried over to the prince in the form of faithfulness to duty. The affection and correctness of behavior existing between the 2 brothers are extended to a friend in the form of loyalty, and to a person of superior rank in the form of deference. The family is society in embryo. It is the native soil. Yep, where did I lose that? It is the native soil on which performance of moral duty is made easy through natural affection, so that within a small circle, a basis of moral practice is created, and this is later widened to include human relationships in general. Heat creates energy. This is signified by the wind stirred up by the fire and issuing forth from it. This represents influence working from within outward. The same thing is needed in the regulation of the family. Here too, the influence on others must proceed from one's own person. In order to be capable of producing such an influence, one's words must have power. And this they can have only if they are based on something real, just as flame depends on its fuel. Words have influence only when they are pertinent and clearly related to definite circumstances. General discourses, and admonitions have no effect whatsoever. So you have to practice what you preach. Furthermore, the words must be supported by one's entire conduct, just as the wind is made effective by its duration. Only firm and consistent conduct will make such an impression on others that they can adapt and conform to it. If words and conduct are not in accord and not consistent, they will have no effect. All right, let's look at the transformed text. Is called Social Mechanism. Heaven reflects the flame of clarity. The superior person analyzes the various levels and working parts of the social structure and uses them to advantage. Right. Success if you keep to your course. You may cross to the far shore. Right. Okay. Right. Situation analysis. This is a matter of positioning not only yourself but others as well. There are riches to be filled. There are niches to be filled, potentials to be realized, right livelihoods to be found. You're not building a new organization, but shoring up existing infrastructure. It's worth the effort because it will provide union, community, and an ironclad alliance. Okay, so the gist is here. We perform our family duties well, and this will, because people are watching us now. If we do that, we will have opportunities in the future to to be influential. Okay, so this will create a community and an alliance. So this is important. Transforms hexagram is heaven over fire. Right. This one is heaven over fire. So opportunities. Social opportunities to create change will come our way. We build in this consistency within our framework now. Okay. Excellent. Okay. That's good. So there you have it. Family duties leading to social mechanism. And now we're going to read from the Urantia book. We have section 5 of paper 38. It's about seraphic training. All right. Seraphic training. Seraphim spend their first millennium as non-commissioned observers on Salvington and its associated world schools. The second millennium is spent on the seraphic worlds of the Salvington Circuit. Their central training school is now presided over by the first 100,000 Nebadon Seraphim. And their head is the original firstborn angel of this local universe. The first created group of Nebadon Seraphim were trained by a corps of 1,000 Seraphim from Avalon. Avalon, King Arthur fame, but I don't think it's the same thing. Okay. But I like Avalon. That's nice. Okay. Subsequently, our angels have been taught by their own seniors. The Melchizedeks also have a large part in the education and training of all local universe angels, seraphim, cherubim, and sanabim. Very good. At the termination of this period of training on the seraphic worlds of Salvington, seraphim are mobilized in the conventional groups and units of the angelic organization and are assigned to some one of the constellations. They are not yet commissioned as ministering spirits, although they have well entered upon the pre-commissioned phases of angelic training. Okay, so the angels are well trained. Okay, takes some 3 millennium to train. 3,000 years of training. Oh my gosh, right? Seraphim are initiated as ministering spirits by serving as observers on the lowest of the evolutionary worlds. After this experience, they return to the associate worlds of the headquarters of the assigned constellation to begin their advanced studies and more definitely to prepare for service in some particular local system. Following this general education, they are advanced to the service of some one of the local systems. On the architectural worlds associated with the capital of some Nebadon system, may or may not be ours, Satania, right? Okay, our seraphim complete their training and are commissioned as ministering spirits of time. When once seraphim are commissioned, they may range all Nebadon, even Orvanton, on assignment. Their work in the universe is without bounds and limitations. They are closely associated with the material creatures of the world and are ever in the service of the lower orders of spiritual personalities, making contact between these beings of the spirit world and the mortals of the material realms. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, takes 3,000 years to train an angel. Oh, gosh, we've just started on this. This is so cool. Okay. And that's all for now. So, have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.